Let's see. Oh, we're streaming. Okay, sweet. That means that we are going to start on GarageBand recording right now. Hi, welcome to Take This Rose. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are here to talk about the Fantasy Suite episode of Arie's season. We're so close to the end. So close to being finished.
First,
very exciting.
I want to talk about my hair.
Okay.
So one, I styled it today.
Okay.
And I think it looks very nice. Also, I used this like rose gold tint. So if you'll notice, my hair is a little pinky.
There is a hue.
A hue.
A hue. It looks lovely.
Thank you.
And you know, springtime's right around the corner. A pinkish hue is perfect.
I was explaining it to Jeff. I'm like, you put it in the shower, and then it comes out after like 2 washes. And he's like, so what's the point? And I was like, for fun. Yeah. What am I going to do? Go to work?
Yeah. There you go. God, I really should just start doing a lifestyle blog. You should start doing a lifestyle blog. Have you thought about that?
So I actually had a blog for a couple of years when we were living in DC. It was on WordPress, and I got on the homepage like several times. It gave me a really big ego. But then I like stopped doing it because I was doing other stuff. So
why not? I feel like you should do that.
I think so. They changed their things. So like when you were on the homepage, people who were not members of WordPress didn't see it. Oh, okay. So like it happened to me 3 times. The first 2 times it happened, people who just went to the WordPress homepage would see like all of the freshly pressed items for that day. So like a lot of people who didn't have their own blogs read it. Okay. And then by the 3rd time it happened, they had changed it so that like not that many people saw it, and frankly it made me feel disenchanted.
Okay, so we're really sidetracked right now. But that's a fun deep dive for any of our devoted listeners.
If anybody wants to read the archives of my blog, it's called Adorably Caffeinated.
Oh, there we go. All right.
I had a coffee of the day.
Okay. Oh, there you go. So yeah, Jenny should start a blog again. So yeah, welcome to Take This Rose. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way, shall we? Big night for our Twitter. Very big night. Jenny had some really good tweets. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it now. Okay, jump the gun.
We'll talk about it at the time that I tweeted it.
Yeah, okay. So that great night on Twitter, it's at Take This Rose. Our Instagram story was popping off as well. At Take This Rose Podcast on Instagram.
Guess who didn't cry tonight?
Around me, yeah. Lucy and I, a little bit of a connection. Really, it's building. Yeah. It's very exciting.
We're working on it.
Oh, yeah. There's chemistry a-brewing. Facebook, Take This Rose. There's really nothing going on our Facebook.
No. Who uses Facebook?
iTunes, Take This Rose. We haven't had a new review in a while, but we could always use those.
Because people don't listen to us. They watch us.
YouTube, Take This Rose Podcast. Remember to subscribe. If you hate it, don't rate it. We had somebody that hated us this week. Yeah, and she left a comment. I just left a thanks for watching comment underneath hers. Just if you don't like it, don't.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah. And I was like, whatever, bitch.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? And also, we have a mailbag. Take This Rose Podcast at gmail.com. We have some mail this week. We have a lot of email, actually. So we've got 4 emails. We love emails. This is a good way to get in touch with us, or through social media on the YouTube page. But this is a really good way. So this first one, I'll let you read it. Okay. So the title is "You've Got Mail. Please don't say my full name on the podcast." So going in, don't say the full name.
This is from Fred.
Fred.
Hey, Jenny and Tommy. I'm Fred from France.
Oh,
God, we're the worst.
We're American.
Can you tell? Longtime fan of the Bachelor/Bachelorette, new listener of your podcast, which is definitely the best Bachelor podcast out there, in my opinion. In our opinion, too, Fred. Yeah. I liked Arie on Emily's season of The Bachelorette. Hated Jeff with 1 F. But I have to agree with you guys. He makes a very boring bachelor with no apparent personality. We're usually right.
Also, no upper arm definition.
No, he could not pull off those short sleeve button downs.
We'll talk about it.
Although I'm not so sure about him after last episode. It looks like he won everyone over, even Uncle Gary. So he must have some degree of charm, at least in real life, right? No. Suspect. Or is he just a smooth talker who knows how to make himself likable?
Yes. Not really, yeah.
Not even. I think the producers were like, you have to act like you like him.
Yeah, right.
In any case, I think he might have a future as a realtor after all, based on his people skills. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I'm sure he's a fine real estate agent.
That's not even his future. That's his present.
That is his present.
So, I mean, yeah, that's correct.
I think it might be my future. Yeah. I think I'd be a great real estate agent.
I think you'd be very good.
Right?
Yeah. But I could also see you being the real estate agent that walks in the house and say, now you'll blow out some walls here.
I will.
You create a ton of projects.
On my webpage, for my realtor webpage, it will say only accept... Fixer-upper. I only will show houses to people who want to drastically change them.
Yeah. But she won't do any of the work.
Yeah.
She just will tell you which walls to blow out.
Yes. Though, if anyone follows me on Instagram, you would have seen my Insta stories this weekend of my pantry.
Do you want to shout out your Instagram?
No.
No. Do you know what mine is?
They'll find me if they want to find me.
At Tommy.Roth. That's my Instagram. Yeah. Okay.
Back to Fred. Jenny, since you asked last time, your hair looks great. Oh, thank you, Fred.
It looks even better this week, though, if that's possible.
Better. Tommy, your jawline looks fine. Don't lose any more weight, though. Okay. Love you guys, Fred. I agree.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying.
You'll start to look skeleton-like.
Gaunt.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a fine line between gaunt and trim, right?
There is a fine line.
All right, so our next one was from Caroline. This is from 2 days ago. Hey, Tommy and Jenny. There's no subject line. It's just a podcast, which is technically what we are.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Correct.
Hey, Jenny and Tommy. I recently discovered your podcast after the premiere of this season of The Bachelor and instantly fell in love. My old favorite Bachelor Nation podcast ended up because the two hosts broke up. See, there's no chance of that happening.
No!
Because we're just
completely platonic.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Fucked up.
Broke up, and there's been
I really hope that's a screen.
Yeah.
The screenshot.
Yeah. Ansi, please make a GIF. There's been a hole in my iTunes feed ever since. You guys have filled that hole. Okay. Wouldn't have used that choice of words. Yeah.
That's what she said.
It's so great to see that you hate the season and already just as much as I do. But still manage to have fun and enjoy the show for the enjoyable trash fire that it is. I don't want to go too long, but I have to say that as a lesbian who listens to Bachelor podcasts made predominantly by straight women, I am always entertained by Tommy's thoughts on the current crop of contestants. And I have to agree with Jenny on the fact that Rachael just isn't that cute. But maybe I feel that way because she gives me strong sister wives vibes. Ooh. The last thing I have to say is that while this season has been Juan Pablo levels of bad, I am spoiled and must say the finale is going to be truly insane and might redeem Arie's utter lack of personality, even if it's for the worse. Bye. Oh, okay. I do, it got good this week.
Yes.
It picked up.
Things happened.
Well, the previews for the next couple weeks. I think it's going to get good.
Yeah.
It's going to get even better. All right, we've got another one from Rachael.
Guys, so many emails.
So many.
Just saw an interview where Ashley I told Cian that Ben Higgins has a crush on her. Cian told her that she wouldn't mind going on a date with him.
Ugh.
I never saw his season, but he seems really sweet on Winter Games. You both always say he's the worst. Why do we hate Ben Higgins?
Okay, so we hate Ben Higgins because he's a total hypocrite. He put on this air as though he is very religious. Slept with all three women in the fantasy suite.
Mm-hmm. Told two of them that he loved them.
Yeah. Then we all thought that Lauren Bushnell, who he chose, was really just out for
Other
fame.
Lauren B.
Yeah, other Lauren B. A little bit more of an interesting, but still blonde and cuter. She's much prettier.
Yeah.
We thought she was just out for fame, just want to be an Instagram model and stuff. Turns out Ben really wanted fame because he wanted to run for office. Mm-hmm. Then it was apparently his idea to do the reality show.
The reality show. Yeah, she was happily ever after?
After?
No, there was no question. Lauren was not happy.
Then he launched the podcast after that happened. And now he says that he's interested and whatnot. He's been dating an Instagram model for the last 6 months. Who's super trashy and has Instagram model pictures. So he's in he just hasn't acknowledged that relationship, but Reality Steve has reported on it. So he's just a total hypocrite. He's a liar, and I can't stand him.
Also, I understand why you think that he seems like a nice guy, because we thought he seemed like a nice guy when he was on Caitlin's season. Mm-hmm. We originally were a fan of the Higgy.
Yeah, and then he just got so boring.
And then, once it was all about him, it was very clear.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
He's the worst. Okay.
Yeah.
Got one more email. Hi, Tommy and Jenny. I have a few questions for you guys. What does Tommy look for in a woman? Looks, personality, emotionally intelligent?
All of the above.
Yeah. Not so much on the emotionally intelligent.
That one you can take or leave.
Yeah, right. But attractiveness, obviously, there has to be some chemistry there. Sense of humor is very important for me. Mm-hmm. And just, like, compatibility. Like, if we're getting real here, an active lifestyle is preferred.
Yes.
We don't have to work out together every day, but if I want to be like, hey, you want to grab a yoga class on a Saturday? Mm-hmm. I feel like that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's a huge part of your life.
Yeah.
And your livelihood, so.
I'm also, like, I'm not a big partier at this point, but I like going out for food.
I love food.
Food is good.
What did I make you tonight, Tommy, for dinner?
Lasagna. It was so good. Jenny is just... we don't have to worry about me getting too thin here. Actually, but, like, you don't make anything that unhealthy. Lasagna was probably the heaviest thing we had. Yeah,
probably. So much cheese. Oh, but it's so good.
Question number 2. Does Jenny ever give Tommy relationship advice?
Yes.
Yes. Once again, if we're getting real here, I turn to Jenny for a lot of relationship advice. Mm-hmm. And if we're getting really real, if you go back to Rachael's season, I was a really tough time in my life.
Yes.
You could really hear it in the podcast. There was a lot of counseling going on. There still is. Though right now, fun fact, I gave up dating apps for Lent. Mm-hmm. I'm 3 weeks without a date. 3 weeks.
Get that 3-week dateless chip.
Yeah, right. You need to get the pin. Clean and sober. Haven't been on a date in 3 weeks. So yeah, it's Jenny's I really appreciate that. I don't say it enough. But like there have been dates I've been on. I've been texting Jenny from
accurate.
The date. Yeah. So that does happen. Would Tommy ever be open to dating a woman of color? You know what they say, once you go, ... ha ha ha. I have dated a woman of color. Mm-hmm. I've gone on dates with several.
I don't think God wants you to give up dating. Ansi wants you to get back on the apps.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ansi.
Can you scooch that over so I can see the whole name?
Sure.
Guys, technology.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to dating women of different colors and creeds and
equal opportunity dater.
I really am. Unlike John Mayer, who said that his dick was a white supremacist, my dick loves everybody. Women.
Did he seriously say that?
He said that in an interview, maybe like 10 years ago.
Oh, so when he was like the most John Mayer that he was.
Why, Georgia? Why? Yeah, that guy. So yeah, I'm open to pretty much everything. If you're actually a producer from The Bachelor, Bachelorette, and that was like a sneaky thing, and you're about to make CN The Bachelorette, I can't. I'm doing yoga teacher training. I'm sorry. He's lying. Oh, I'm not lying.
Well,
I am doing
it's the truth.
Teacher training, yeah.
It's the truth, but come on. She's like...
Oh, yeah, I know.
She's so gorgeous.
Yeah. But she wouldn't choose me. Okay.
You don't know that?
So, before we dive into the Fantasy Suite episode, this might be a longer bit of an episode. Before we dive into there, Winter's Games wrapped up. Full disclosure, didn't really watch it. Claire Bear got engaged.
Oh, good
to
for her.
A guy that left episode 3. I don't know, but good for Claire Bear. Let's just leave it at that. Claire needs love. Good for Claire Bear. Also, Luke Pell, terrible showing. He dated a Swedish girl, ghosted her as soon as filming ended.
Oh, God.
And then, like, I guess there's, like, at the tell-all or whatever, he had a hot mic on, and he was very rude to her. So, shockingly, not a good guy, Luke Pell. Other update, Ashley...
Wants you to talk about him. Do your Luke Pell impression.
Oh, Nancy, I can't talk about Luke. Yeah, I'm a veteran. Stase.
Ashley finally got a boyfriend?
Yeah, and she lost her virginity.
Thanks, Juliana. Whoa.
Yeah, not in the fantasy suite, but she did lose her virginity, so... That card has been punched, and Kevin will be murdered within the next 5 years by Ashley.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot like that movie with Michael Douglas, with the cats.
Fatal Attraction?
Yeah, that's pretty much. So that was that. Women Tell All. That aired on Sunday night. full disclosure.
A show that happened.
Yeah,
that some people watched.
Full disclosure, we did not watch that one.
We were not two of them.
Guys, it was a Sunday night. Life happened.
I was meeting my cousin's new baby, so I was busy.
I was hanging out with family as well. So some highlights that I heard about.
I got you, Juliana.
Was that Rachael was not invited. She had an Instagram story saying, you should ask why I wasn't invited to the Women Tell All. I'd love the excuses they have. I slid into Rachael's DMs from our podcast page. Care to come on the show discuss? Never responded. Okay, so mystery there. One of the girls, I don't know, I think the real estate agent from Florida, she said to Arie, I know what you did. That was like, oh, and Crystal looked terrible.
Crystal was still the worst.
Yeah.
One. Review by reviewers who have not watched the shows to those who have not watched the show.
You're welcome, one. Yeah. So Crystal, she looked awful. I saw some highlights. She'll for sure be on Bachelor in Paradise, though, so just get used to that. The I know what you did thing, I think that leads into the previews that we saw of next week's episode. It looks like something crazy is going to happen next week. We might have a Jason Mesnick situation. Like, I think he's going to change his mind.
For those who don't know what that is.
Jason Mesnick chose Melissa Rycroft at the finale. Mm-hmm. And then after the final rose, this was not when it was live. It had been taped as well. He broke up with Melissa, got back with Molly. And now Molly and him are married with kids.
What?
Yeah, so it did work, but worked. But yeah, so that was just not their best ever.
Becca M will be on Paradise.
It was a Paradise audition, so
they all are.
Rachael, I guess, will not be on Paradise. That would be my hunch. That was pretty much what happened at Women Tell All from what the Cliff Notes.
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah, we're not gonna really get into it, but we are gonna get into the Fantasy Suites. Fantasy Suites, always a great episode. Always the ultimate question: where do you want to go? Do you want to be the slices of bread or the meat in the sex sweets sandwich?
Yeah. I want to go first.
You want to go first?
I want to be the bottom slice of bread? The bottom slice of bread.
You want to set the bar real high. Mm-hmm. Look, if you're very confident in your sexual abilities, I think you want to go last. I think you just want to blow his mind. But that's up for debate. What do you guys think? Let us know.
No, I can't do it.
So, try. We were in Peru. That's a fun location.
It is a fun location.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Peru?
One of my roommates studied abroad there for a while in college. She loved it.
Where tomatoes and potatoes originally were. They were brought back to Europe from Peru.
Did you just look that up on Wikipedia?
No, I did not. I knew that. I have got no fucking idea why I know that. It's like
just a little brain nugget.
But it's not like Arie, who like the producer like whispers something like about
gives him a fact.
Yeah, and then he just repeats it. I knew that. So pretty interesting. We're in Peru. Arie shows up wearing a shirt that he just cannot pull off.
No.
Arie needed to lift.
So it's a short sleeve button down.
Which I have plenty of.
Yes. They're very in vogue right now.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them. Yeah,
everybody loves them.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can get Jeff in one this summer.
Yeah, maybe.
It's usually
and so it's a print, and it's a subtle print.
It's very nice. It's a very nice shirt.
You know who would have looked good in this shirt? Nick.
Yes. It was a very Nick shirt.
Yeah, it was a very much a Nick shirt. It was like if Nick had been starved and locked in a basement for 6 months. Mm-hmm. That's how he would have looked in this shirt.
Yeah. But it was just like, his arms like looked like mine.
Yeah. I feel like you're a little bit more buff.
My right one, not my left one.
Yeah,
my left one is jacked.
Yeah, because you're
from holding a baby.
Holding Lucy, yeah. So
she weighs like 16 pounds now.
So
it's ridiculous.
That's how we started off this note.
Hold on, a couple of comments. Rachael is with her ex-husband and family at Disneyland.
Oh my god.
Oi.
Yeah.
Tia's edit on the final rose seemed to be setting her up for the Bachelor.
I just can't think of that.
They almost went with Raven too, and I just don't think it's gonna happen. Kendall for Bachelorette. She's too much of a person.
Avalon Park. They eat cats in Peru. They have cat eating festivals.
Oh my god.
Well, fuck you, Purdue. Or Peru, not Purdue.
Also Purdue.
Purdue. Fuck the Boilermakers. They suck.
We both went to other Big Ten schools.
Yeah, so you're terrible. But yeah, that's not cool. Eating cats. Jeez. Not a region of the world I would have associated that with.
Whoops.
Yeah. Huh. Because they've got, I mean, is Peru third world?
I don't think so.
I think they've got ample food sources. Okay. So.
People eat alligators here, so you know.
Yeah, I've had alligator before.
There you go.
Yeah, have you?
No.
Have you ever had shark before?
No.
I've had shark. Yeah.
Tastes like chicken?
No. As a fish. So it's not like poultry. So, let's see. We're in Ica, Peru. And first up for the first slice of bread was Kendall. Mm-hmm. Looked great.
Yep.
Great outfit, we commented on.
Yes.
Black t-shirt. I found it to be, I called it Chicago late summer, early fall brunch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And or street festival.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a good call as well.
Like, you will definitely see that at Taste of River North this year.
Okay, yeah. Very, just adorable. She is really attractive.
Yeah, and when it gets cooler in the evening, she can take the flannel,
throw it on,
put it on her shoulders.
Yeah, right.
Still have a little midriff.
Yeah, right, exactly. But great. God, she's gorgeous.
Good job, Kendall.
So very good. They were in the desert. There's a whole lot of sand there, right? There's
sand in the desert.
Oh my gosh. Wow, Lauren, what an observation. That's something Lauren said. There's sand here.
Yeah, there's sand.
There's sand.
There's sand.
So they go into a dune buggy. They're going to dune buggy about. We're going into a vehicle. Why wouldn't Arie drive?
Great question.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be a race car driver?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's not.
He's not a race car driver, and he also cannot adapt to the contours of sand. So they're in a dune buggy. This other guy's driving for them, and they're just like sitting back there. It seems so emasculating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I don't know. Like, it seemed fun, but it wasn't as much fun as it could be if you were driving.
Right, yeah, for sure. And then, like, they finished by,
I'd be like, fuck you guys, I want my own dune buggy.
Yeah, right, yeah, I want an ATV. So they finished by, like, almost toppling over this one dune, and they're, like, the dune buggy's, like, hanging off the edge. And Kendall and Arie are just laughing and just get out of the dune buggy.
Oh, we almost died. And then they lay down and make out in the sand.
And they just leave this poor driver off to die.
When they were having their picnic after, you could see the sand, like, blowing beneath it, like, from the ridge. And I'm like, are they just going to wait until the sand, like, blows away and it just rolls down this hill?
You could also see that guy urinating into a bottle because he was resorting to drinking his own urine because he was in a survival situation at
and
that
he
point.
was not invited to the picnic.
No, he was not. Yeah, they had fruit and all that kind of stuff. They had Tupperware. Arie just like pulled out Tupperware.
I did notice the Tupperware.
I bet you that Arie talked about the Tupperware for a good 20 minutes. You know,
his mom sells it at parties.
It seals in the freshness.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what I like? Glass Tupperware.
Ooh, yeah. There you go. That's exciting.
It cleans up way better, and it's got like a tighter seal, which is great for soups and stuff.
This blog is going to be fucking awesome.
Things I like. Glass Tupperware.
Part 12 of my 16-part series on glass Tupperware.
Guys, it's really good. You should invest in some.
You know what else it's great for? Stews. Technically not a soup.
I've got half an onion in one in the fridge right now because I only needed half of it for the lasagna. You
can pull it out if you want. If you want to exhibit the... Yeah, here. Guys, you can't get this in every podcast. Our listeners love us right now. Oh, look at that. It's glass.
It's half an onion. Well, and it seals it in so then your fridge doesn't smell like onion. Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Can you believe it?
Guys, who loves my fridge?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Yellow.
So yeah,
also, my friend Allie texted me and said that she was going to get me some good alligator when I visit her in Savannah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I really want to go to Savannah.
You could have just commented that, Allie.
Yeah, it's all right. Let's see. So
anyway,
yeah, they had a picnic in the sand.
There's not alligator stew in the Tupperware. It's just an onion.
There should be though.
When.
Yeah. So let's see. Then they went to the night portion. And kind of some interesting things came from Kendall at this night portion. She feels like she's always kind of been like a novelty in a relationship, which is, I get that because she does do taxidermy. She's like, I wouldn't even say she's like quirky though. Like I feel like Becca M is like quirky.
Yes. Yes. I feel like they tried to frame Kendall as quirky at the beginning of the season with the taxidermy, but she's just incredibly level-headed and like well-spoken
and into
has thoughts.
Stuff. Yeah, right, exactly. So
she's quirky.
Yeah, and then we had a whole thing of like falling. They both said they're falling in love for each other, but they're not in love with each other.
Hello, Jessica.
Which is like...
Just said hello in all caps. You would be able to see that if you were an old man and needed glasses.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just kidding. I have contacts in.
Yeah. So the falling in love thing, I'm falling for you. My friend Nikki was saying the other day, like, it's such a millennial, like, non-committal thing. It's like, I have feelings.
Yeah.
But I don't want to commit to feelings, so I'll just say I'm falling for you.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what they did.
It's just... I don't think I've ever used those words in a relationship.
Yeah, well, because you got married when you were 23.
I did.
Yeah.
But, like, I had other relationships.
Yeah, but I don't know if...
And there was never, like, I'm falling in love with you. It was always, I love you or I like you.
I could totally see myself saying that. Like, I haven't because, like, I really haven't said I love you much. But I could totally see myself saying... I'm falling for you because I watched this show so much.
It's tainted your worldview.
Oh my god, it's for sure affected my dating life. I will tell you.
And not just because it's on your profile.
I'll tell you who has affected my dating. Well, it used to be on my profile. I don't have a profile right now.
Oh, right. Off apps.
Yes.
We're off apps.
Off apps. No apps. Jesus spent 40 days in the desert. I'm spending 40 days without dating apps. Though I kind of deleted one like 3 days into it. But Nick Viall has really influenced my dating life. Yes, because I've watched him on TV for 3 years dating people. All right? And like I was like thinking one time I did like something where I was talking with a girl. And like I did that thing where no, not mumble, but I like was kind of like almost like embarrassed. You know how like he does that thing where he gets like embarrassed? Yeah. He's like, oh my gosh. Like, well. He's like, yeah. I did that. I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking pissed at myself. I was like, this is a whoa. It worked. So that happened. Then at the night portion, the note came out. Papa Bear's lovely handwriting. God, it's just beautiful. And it's
Chris
just
Harrison's penmanship.
Yeah, he's just got away with the words.
Yeah.
You know, if you choose to forego your individual rooms.
It's beautiful prose. Yeah. It's a shame he didn't whip any of that prose out for the perfect letter.
God, we should start reading those again.
Oh, God,
we should do it for the YouTube.
It was so bad.
I think we should pull it back out just to see us read it.
Because I was very committed to my character and you were just laughing the entire time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was me. So she did accept the note and they went to the fantasy suite. Mm-hmm. Now we play our favorite game, anal or no anal.
So, anal?
So no anal is where I'm coming down on this one.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like she actually, like, they probably had sex, I'm sure, but she also, like, would have wanted to talk. And that's why, spoiler alert, she went home later.
Yeah. Christina had spaghetti for dinner, and now she's bummed that she doesn't have a larger collection of glass Tupperware.
There you go. Gosh. See? You are their biggest spokesperson.
I am an influencer.
If we get 1,000 subscribers, we get to start doing advertisements. First ad.
Tupperware.
Glass Tupperware. Very niche market.
Big seller.
Yeah. So now we go to Lauren.
Why is Chris Harrison Papa Bear who gave him this nickname?
Yep. He is. Because, Dad, I'm sorry. I think there's a chance he might be my father. I look so much like him. It's alarming.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of a stolen thing from Stephen Colbert. Always used to call Bill O'Reilly Papa Bear on the Colbert Report, so it's kind of from there. But he is Papa Bear.
You've reappropriated it.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he's also kind of like the father.
He is. He's the constant presence on the show. He's always there. 30 seconds
an episode.
He's always there. Next, we had Lauren's one-on-one. She said she loves him, so that's kind of interesting. Lauren...
She said it's so bored.
She does nothing for me.
I love him.
Those eyes, they're just
soulless. They're empty. I'm trying to like unfocus.
Those lifeless eyes. It's like Kent and Joss. They look at you with those lifeless eyes. Yeah. So she apparently loves him. They went on a plane together, and Arie recycled that shirt that he can't pull off. Yeah. Yeah, so does he do...
Or they just filmed all his pensive stuff right before that date.
Yeah, there's a chance they did that. Or there's a chance... I can see Arie, like, they're just like, oh my god, he can't pull off anything. Because he wore a cardigan later. I'm pretty sure it's one of the same cardigans. It would have been...
Christy and Lauren is ambient in human form.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she does have an ass that won't quit. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Fancy, she's so pretty, though. She is... But she has lifeless eyes.
Do you think she's so pretty?
You do too. So Tommy and Jeff and I were discussing this. Like, she doesn't equal the sum of her parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she has lifeless eyes.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know.
Like, she's objectively very attractive.
I think Mikkel's...
I thought she looked too skinny in that dress.
Yeah. Yeah, she did look really skinny by the end.
Yeah, I was like, she looks tiny.
Yeah, it almost didn't look like in shape. It looked like too thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Everybody's built differently, but like, she looked really skinny.
I mean, that's not like... We're not body shaming her. That's a preference thing on our part. Like, we don't find that to be a super attractive look. Is that body shaming on us?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if I was like, I love bigger girls, that wouldn't be body shaming. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Just be you.
Lifeless eyes.
Yeah, just be comfortable and have some life in your eyes. She needs to get, like, those special contact lenses that have, like, an 8-ball in them or something. Just to, like, or they have, like, a flame. just to give them, you know, something. So they're on a plane. No words. In this little plane ride. They're on a private plane. They're going over the desert. There's, like, these, like, fucking cartoons drawn into the sand. They're huge. Yeah. Obviously, they're not cartoons. They're drawn by probably Mayans, I think. Incas? I don't know what they would be. What tribe that would have been.
I thought Incans and Mayans were in Mexico.
The Aztecs were. I think the Incas are in Peru.
Marilyn says Inca. I'm going to go with Marilyn.
Okay, Marilyn. You are the expert at this point. So the Incas, they drew these things. It's pretty cool. It's pretty astounding.
Yeah.
And people think aliens actually did it because you can see it from the sky. And why would...
Yeah, it's not like they had means to see it. Well, maybe from like a mountain or something. Or
from a UFO. Ooh. So
what is this? Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Yeah. Oh, God. We've already talked about this on one podcast.
I'm still angry about it.
So, like, the extent of Lauren's conversation is she was like, wow, that really looks like a dog. No fucking shit. They spent a lot of time on it. Do you think, like, they would have half-assed something that big? Oh, you know, it kind of looks like a cat. Whatever, let's eat it. No. Yeah. So, astute observation. Then it turns out, like, they're at lunch together, saying nothing. He's like, what's wrong? You're not saying anything. And she's like, am I not saying anything? She's fearful, because she's been hurt before. How could this chick have been hurt before? Because it seems like she says nothing. Yeah, the cookies are delicious. I've already had a couple.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, very good. Then they go to the night portion. Fun thing I noticed on the night portion. He was drinking wine, per usual. Mm-hmm. She was drinking a margarita.
She was.
She was getting wasted.
Wasted.
She was down for anything. So when we play our favorite game, I think we know what the answer will be. She said it was hard for her to grasp that he's dating other women. What show are we watching?
That's like saying it's hard for me to grasp the concept of this television show.
Yeah, right. She's on the fucking
that I'm
Bachelor
on.
that I applied for.
Jen, you honestly mean to tell me you wouldn't drink if you were friends with Lauren? Of course I would. Did I say I wouldn't?
Yeah, no.
I'd be drunk all the time if I was friends with Lauren.
The only way to make her interesting. Mm-hmm. So they
like, hey girl, let's get some mimosas.
Yeah, right, yeah. So he says, well, you shouldn't feel that way because I love you. He broke out the I love you. A la Ben Higgins. Though Ben Higgins did
Ben Higgins also to a Lauren B.
Yeah.
I just find that funny.
He did that though. Did he do that Fantasy Suite week? Or the next week?
Fantasy Suite week.
What was it? And then he sent Kayla home?
And then he sent Kayla home.
Yeah. So, Ben Higgins, yeah, it was very reminiscent. And that just did not go well for Ben Higgins. Because, like, let's say...
Jessica, why are you leaving that many heart, smiley faces for Ben Higgins? No.
Ben Higgins is terrible. He's the worst. So, yeah, I don't get how they are in love. It makes no sense to me. But
they're not.
But, well, no, they are.
No, they're not.
And you know what love means? Anal. So, did they do anal? Yes. Hard yes. Hard yes for anal in the fantasy suite with Arie and Lauren. They go to the suite to make out. And they start playing a song. And it's from a wonderful movie. A wonderful Nicolas Cage performance in Con Air.
How do I breathe without you? I want you to know.
God, yes, it was great. Why is Con Air? What a great movie. It's so good. I just cannot believe they played that song there. Whatever. So it
was an odd choice.
They fucked that night. And then they had the next morning, Lauren without makeup. It was interesting to see.
I think I was putting Lucy down for a nap.
Yeah.
Was she pretty?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's it just was weird. It's not like she looked bad, but it's just I haven't seen her without makeup.
She wears some pretty heavy false eyelashes.
Yeah.
So that really changes the look of your face.
Right, yeah.
When I don't have mascara on, I look very different.
Yeah, she did look younger, yeah, Heather. I thought that was kind of interesting. So, next morning, I kind of like that they've started doing the morning after. That's been the last few years that they've done the morning after. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting to observe. But, you can't tell, who had a really good night or a bad night. The one I would have wanted to see is Andy the morning after her date with Juan Pablo. Because she left. She's it was terrible. All he did was, show her YouTube clips of him playing soccer and played Ray J songs over and over. So, then we got Becca. Ansi, we already answered that. Lucy and I, it's on the up and up.
Don't yell at Ansi.
Yeah, but if you would tune in on time, this is why you subscribe. Be on time.
Maybe she was doing things. She had laundry.
No, I don't know. Did you have laundry?
She said she did laundry during Lauren's date.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Lucy and him are getting on better.
Yeah, it's better.
She's tolerating him.
So
see our Insta stories.
Yeah, we got to Becca. Once again, just gorgeous.
She's just so beautiful.
She's really just a natural beauty as well. They went on a boat. They had a little Titanic moment, which was pretty cliche. And I think, Becca said, this is so cliche or basic or something like that.
Yeah.
They both...
Don't apologize, Nancy. He was being a dick.
I'm not even angry. They both said that they have no doubts or hesitations about each other. And then Becca kept bringing up her ex. So you knew whose ex was showing up later in the episode. They spend this time on the boat. Then they go out to this tent in the desert for dinner. We couldn't get a restaurant. We have to go to the desert.
They were all booked.
He's wearing a cardigan. She says she loves him. He's in love with her, too. So now, it's the same thing that happened with Lauren and Ben. Like, Lauren saw Ben say that to two women, and she got a little ticked.
Yeah, it's gonna get awkward later.
Yeah, and so, like, pretty much... Yeah,
like, I feel like if you actually want to have a relationship after this show, you need to promise to not watch the show.
Yeah, that's what Whitney Bischoff did for Chris Soules, and they lasted about 2 months.
But there are other reasons that these relationships fall apart.
Yeah, that was... Also, if Whitney Bischoff listens, on my last couple of days on Bumble, before Lent, something we need to go over is I saw you on Bumble. I know you're married. Was it actually her? Well, she's married. I think what happened was she never deactivated her profile. Oh. So you should really deactivate your profile. Just officially do it, because I swiped right.
I thought it was going to be like the many other times where you've seen people using
but they don't use their
Bachelor
names.
franchise photos.
Yeah, they don't use their names. I saw Carly once on there. She was like verified, and her job was TV personality. So give me a break.
Carly.
So they're in love with each other. They go to the fantasy suite, which is a tent. So they're gonna have tent sex. I don't know if anybody's familiar, but tent sex, guess what? It fucking sucks. I really hope my parents are watching right now. It's
they are
terrible. All right. Like, why? There was a bed in there. The bed was so strangely sized.
Yeah.
It was like...
Somebody said it was tiny.
It was like, like a twin plus. That is the ultimate test for the relationship, like an extra right there.
Long twin, like in college.
Yeah, right. So that, like, when they have to actually get some shut-eyes together on that bed, that is the test.
Where did they go to the bathroom? Excellent question. Maybe there was like a porta potty, like off camera, because they had to have a separate tent for like all the producers and stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever pooped outside of a tent?
No.
It is
just pee.
It's pretty bad.
I held my poop.
When you went camping, was like the last couple hours pretty rough?
No, because we were by the dunes.
Okay.
So I went to the bathroom at the beach.
Okay.
Where there was a
bathroom. I'll say my tent experience. I was very sunburned, which really ruined it. And then when things were heating up, I really was just having anxiety the whole time about my poop the next morning. So it's just not an enjoyable experience. There was sand everywhere. It gets cold at night, too. Oh my gosh, I was freezing. It was like July, and I was so cold. Aww. So, like, it was not enjoyable. Also, I didn't have a bed, even. Yeah. So that happened. Next, they had the morning after. Becca for sure had some BJ hair. Like, she had given a lot of blowjobs the night before.
That was just very...
Yeah, it's very askew. There was no pink issue there. So yeah, that was that.
Like that.
So it was kind of funny that was like only an hour.
Tell me this story is not helping you become a bachelor if any producer is watching.
I don't think that's going to hurt me so much.
Guys, remember, they had an amateur sex therapist on this show.
This is true. Yeah. He was a treasure talking about anal being. I can't believe he didn't last.
The bar is so low.
Yeah, I don't know.
So low.
So, next, we had an hour left. I was wondering what was going to happen.
Oh, Ross.
And yeah, a mystery man showed up. This was great.
He was well-dressed.
He actually fucking works out. How about Ross for Bachelor?
His haircut was on point.
Yeah, he was a good-looking guy. Like, I was really happy to see Ross.
His ass looked real tight in those pants.
That's the first thing I noticed, too.
Yeah.
Great ass. Yeah, a lot of deadlifts. Something about the name Ross, it's been completely ruined because of Friends.
I can't think of any other person in real life. Oh, no, there was one guy I went to high school with named Ross.
Oh, my God, what a loser.
Other than Ross Geller, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so I liked his socks, though, Heather. Like, he is in this nice, like, tan suit. Mm-hmm. Though it was interesting to note. Well, I guess it was summer down there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was November-ish here. So that would not have been a seasonally appropriate suit, but since he was south of the equator, it was. Yeah.
We've gotten off the rails,
We're not off the rails. We're not off the rails.
We're actually more on the rails than we usually are.
Yeah. So So
we can go back to talking about Tupperware.
Ross shows up, seems like a great guy. Not possessive at all. He says, I want my girl.
I'm here for her.
Yeah.
I'm here to take her.
I'm to see about a girl. I'm going to see about a girl, like in Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah. Well, that's such a bullshit line. You've got World Series tickets? Are you fucking shitting me? I mean, that's how you know that cell phones.
Said, he didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, so that's how you know like they didn't have cell phones back then, because now you're just like, can I get your Insta handle? I'll slide in your DMs later, or you fire up your app.
So sad.
Yeah,
I'm so happy I'm married. It's a fucking jungle out there. I was talking to a friend today, and she said she had to get off dating apps because she's like, it just got so bad. I would get unsolicited dick pics. They would expect to sex before I met them, or they would ghost me, or it ended up being a different person.
Okay, I don't see. And what was the bad part? I don't get why the unsolicited dick pics. I just don't get.
Me neither.
Yeah, because I'll be perfectly honest. That's not an area that like. I don't think it looks great on any guy, right? No. It's not a great looking area. It's a terrible look.
Was it Brett Favre who was not erect and wearing Crocs?
Yeah. Brett, I don't know what the flaccid thought was. It was just not.
Like, I don't want to see it hard either.
Yeah.
But, like, I really don't want to see it.
Yeah, yeah, so I just don't get that whole idea, that thinking.
Me neither. I have never been sent a dick pic. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Just because I'm married doesn't mean it won't happen.
Yeah, there's... So, he's there. He goes to see...
Marilyn, you especially don't want to see it if it's uncircumcised.
Ooh.
Can I tell you, I'm curious.
What?
I've never seen an uncircumcised one. I'm a little curious. I'm afraid to Google it, though.
Yeah, it's, sometimes you'll see it in certain films. You'll be like, oh, how did he get cast? Yeah. So, he goes to go see the guy. He talks to Arie first. And you can tell Arie is just this guy that's on the verge of getting his ass kicked. But also knows that he really can't get his ass kicked. So this is where your great tweet comes in. They're talking.
Oh, you really liked this tweet. He's been laughing like nonstop. I'm so proud of myself.
They're talking about, what's going on.
And Arie nonchalantly takes a sip
of his
espresso.
And you said,
Arie sipped that espresso in a very I fucked her last night manner.
Which, that doesn't sound like it makes much sense, but it makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Like, my cheeks are hurting from how much I'm smiling.
I fucked her last night.
Yeah, last night when I was inside of her, she said. Yeah, so they have their little talk. Arie goes to see Becca. And she's just like, she opens the door, not expecting to see him at all.
She really didn't know this was happening.
And this is, alright, something that's kind of...
she is genuinely ambushed.
Something that's kind of crazy is that, like, the logistics of this, where, like, he says, I found out you're on the show, I had to come see you.
Mm-hmm.
No. This is, the producers have been in contact with him for a month. They said, it's getting serious with him, you should really come down.
Yes.
And they flew him down, and now he's there. So, like, it's just...
Up to 284.
Oh, for those likes for that tweet. So, yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. She says, you live your life like it's a movie, which he totally does, apparently, if this is, like, the kind of thing he's doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty silly. He just referred to Arie as the guy.
And she's like, what do you mean, the guy?
Yeah. And then she was just like, it just can't happen. This is dumb.
Yeah.
And then
like, what would make you think that? And I kind of want it to be like grand gestures in every romantic comedy ever in the history of time.
And also the paycheck that they gave him.
Yes.
Yeah. How much do you think they paid him?
What does The Bachelor make? $100,000?
Yeah.
when you're the lead.
Yeah.
So I think they threw him a cool 15 plus airfare.
Yeah.
And lodging.
That's pretty great if they did that. Yeah, that's awesome. So then Becca and Arie talked. They kind of squared it away, though. If anything, I think this is going to bring them closer together. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to seal the deal for them. Yeah. So then...
Jenny Savage tweet. Yes.
Yeah, it was a really good tweet. Then we had the Papa Bear sit down. Papa Bear, great showing. Great suit. Talks about the state of the show. His connections with all the women.
Yeah.
With Kendall, it's fun and easy. With Becca, her ex showed up. And with Lauren, something's there.
I don't even remember what he said.
We get to the rose ceremony. They're in some courtyard, cobblestone, very hard to walk on with heels.
Especially tiny heels.
And then there's just a fucking horse.
Why was there a horse there, you guys?
Why was there a horse there?
Whose horse was that? Where is his owner?
I really wanted that Palomino to start just, like, taking a shit. Like Rusty and Seinfeld. Rusty!
Yep.
With the beefaroni. Oh, my God. That horse was just there.
Also happened on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Also happens on Parks and Rec, where a horse takes an untimely shit.
Yeah, Ross for Bachelor 2019.
I think Team Ross, yeah.
I think Ross could for sure make an appearance on Paradise.
That would be really funny.
I think there's a good chance that happens. So yeah, the horse was just hanging out. Arie, for the second rose ceremony in a row.
Was like, Kendall, can I come talk to you?
And she's like, yeah, sure. And I'm sure she's just like, oh, please send me home. I really cannot get engaged to this guy.
Please send me home.
And sure enough, he did. It's just like, we're just not there. And she was not upset at all. There was some tears in the car, and her bachelorette pitch wasn't that great.
No, it was eloquent, but it didn't have a strong enough theme.
Yeah, you need to say, I still believe in love.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Her theme was like, I want to be ready.
Yeah.
To like open up my heart. I want to be ready for marriage or whatever.
Right, yeah. And so they did that. Lauren and Becca both got roses. We move now to the final week. Next week, 2 nights. All right, there's the finale, 2-hour finale, 1 hour after the rose. And then on Tuesday, there's another hour after the rose. So... what is happening?
I don't know, man.
I have an elaborate theory that I may have sort of seen on Reddit. This is how Reddit. Oh, also, if people are on Reddit and they watch us, you should start sharing us on Reddit. I don't want to do it myself because I feel like that's kind of low. And now I'm asking for it, but...
yeah, but asking our actual viewers to do it instead of, like, enlisting a friend to do it... I think it's better. And
we think that some people have enlisted friends to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, my theory that I think is possible, okay? He will choose one woman. He's going to pull a Mez thing.
He has choose Chris Harrison.
The only reason they'd show something like after filming and they do it out over 2 nights is that there was a switcheroo.
Yeah.
That he changed his mind. There has to be. Or, like, he just broke up with whoever he chose. Like, that's the only way that could have happened. But what if he had to switch because he got somebody pregnant in the fantasy suite? Would that not be the greatest / worst thing ever because a human life was created in the fantasy suite?
Oh, God. That's so awful. I feel so sorry for that baby.
Right. How did your parents meet? Well,
almost as sorry as I feel for Carly and Evan's baby.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's just I'm not sure what's going on there, but it'll be interesting. We're gonna do 2 nights next week. We'll do Monday night and then Tuesday night. Though Tuesday night may not be on time, so I'm not sure what's exactly gonna happen, but it'll be exciting. Yeah. I'm
busy. I can't.
You can't. You must.
I'm kidding.
Once again, our plugs: Take This Rose podcast on YouTube, Take This Rose on iTunes, at Take This Rose on Twitter, Take This Rose on Facebook, and Take This Rose podcast on Instagram. And as always, my Instagram is @Tommy.Roth. I am off apps, but the DMs are still very much wide open.
Yep. If you want to find me, my Instagram and blog are out there.
Yeah, I want people to find Jenny's blog so I don't have to. And then let's send it, and then let's just tear it apart. Yeah. I'm sure it's funny, you know?
I have a distinct voice.
Like, my mom found an essay that I wrote in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Like, as a short story. And had to have certain vocabulary words in it. And it's like about an Irish detective or something. And like, just how I'm like weaving the words in there. And God, it's terrible. And my mom's like, oh my God, it's so creative. Like, you should really finish writing that. And I was like, it was, first of all, it was 15 years ago. Second of all, no. It's, no. And Nancy, we don't do anything different for the finale review. We're happier. Because the show's over.
It's over.
Though next Monday it won't be. Should we dress up?
Damn.
We could dress up.
What? Like cosplay?
No, like in a suit and tie and that type of thing. Cheers. We'll drink champagne.
Yeah.
I don't know. We could think about it.
I'm into that.
Yeah. I mean, it is the final rose. You sound like Luke when talking about your Irish story. Well, I did write a short story, so. Jojo.
All right, dress up. We'll get fancy.
Yeah, all right. We'll get fancy next week. All right.
You guys get fancy too. Send us your pics.
So thanks so much for, you want Tommy with the tie? Go to @Tommy.Roth on Instagram. There's
he
pictures.
looks nice in a suit, you guys.
I do clean up nice.
He cleans up well.
Yeah, shockingly. So, blue suit. I'll wear that blue suit, yeah. I know that you know the one that I'm talking about, and sure, that one will be on there. All right, so until next week, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.